let's skip to the very end. Look, everything gets resolved. Let's talk about Rogers the Musical.
Welcome to the Is This Entertainment Podcast. Is this entertainment?
Is this entertainment?
So the new intro is courtesy of the Rogers the Musical.
Rogers the Musical. Let's skip to the very end of the Hawkeye. Let's skip to the very end. Look, everything gets resolved. Let's talk about Rogers the Musical. I was like, okay, because in Loki, I said, we'll go back. The very first Disney Plus Marvel show, WandaVision. So in WandaVision, like, they started doing post-credit teases after the third episode. So episodes 4, 5, and 6 had post-credit teases. And then Falcon and Winter Soldier did the same thing. And then Loki did the same thing. And then on this one, they did not do that thing. So I was patiently waiting for a post-credit scene. And then they do it at the very last episode. And it's just the full musical number from Rogers the Musical. And let me tell you, dude from Rent still got it.
They still got it. Yeah.
The
idea that they actually choreographed and wrote the entire song.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
They built that set. Broadway was probably on hold during this time, so they could probably get anybody they wanted.
Right. Yeah, just walking. New York is shut down. Like, yeah, New York and LA are just shut down, and everybody else is fine. They're all going to the grocery store. Nobody else cares. Everyone went out and watched the Spider-Man. It's like super high numbers. Like,
oh, really?
No blaming good on this one. It's stupid. Let's look at it. I know this is the Hawkeye podcast. Spider-Man box office. Thinking out loud. Two guys doing stuff.
Two guys.
880.2 million. It's going to cross $1 billion.
Dang.
And it's only been 2 weekends. And so I think that's fair to talk about because every other Marvel movie this year is like sucked except for Venom as far as box office, which is
right
because they're both Sony.
Right.
Which we'll get into more in the
Did Venom really do well?
Yeah, I think it did all right. Like it didn't do
What was the timing on Venom? Was that summer? Was that early summer?
It was not that long ago. Okay, half a billion. Sorry.
Okay.
But considering what are the ones that came out with Marvel?
Let's see what Eternals did.
Eternals?
Yeah.
See, you thought we were going to talk about Hawkeye, and we've talked
right?
27.5 million. Gross. Sony crushed Marvel this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, you've seen Spider-Man, and I haven't.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but you were complaining there was no teaser at the end of the film, and I was going to say there's a teaser at the end of Spider. That's where they put it.
The other Spider-Man movie had teasers. The other two had teasers. So I would anticipate them doing that.
Yeah. Like, there was the whole point to my story. And people got out of the house. People went to see Spider-Man. That was my point.
Right.
880.2. It's going to cross $1 billion. It's only been 2 weekends.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. And China is not included. It was not released in China yet. So that's pretty huge. That's
interesting.
Really huge box office. So that's just really just, come to your own conclusions on that. But it's something else.
Right. Curious.
While we're talking about, we're going to have podcasts on all of these. So make sure you're subscribed. Matrix, what is it called? Resurrections?
Yep.
As of the 26th, it was only 22.5 million. I think it's up from that, though, at this point. 70 million. So it's, as of 21 hours ago, it's at 69.8 million.
Shang-Chi did 432.2 million.
Okay, so not a complete failure, but still lower than both Sony movies.
Right.
And so The Matrix is not doing so hot, right?
Right. Well, it's got that, but so many people can watch it direct on HBO Max.
Right. How much is that affecting the box office?
That's how I watched it, and that's how I'm going to watch it again. But we're not talking about The Matrix tonight.
No, that's coming up soon.
That's a much longer conversation. Hawkeye. Hey, did you like Hawkeye as a show? One, did you enjoy this show? 2, did you enjoy the finale? Opposite order. Answer the second question first.
I guess my expectations for the show were more like, I thought that they might go toward the Netflix route of shows and like make it that. And then after watching a couple of episodes, it was so jarring that it was not that.
Right.
That it had to be
It's definitely like
and
the Christmas show.
right. So once I kind of got adjusted to the tone, it made it a little easier to digest, and I actually enjoyed it all right. I mean, it's funny that the guy who was supposed to be the villain is not the villain at all. So that was funny.
Oh, right. The swordsman.
Yeah.
Jack
It's like
McCain.
they set him up perfectly. Yeah, they set him up perfectly to be the villain, and then
Right.
no, he's just like a pompous guy who knows how to fight, and is like just trying to be like a good stepdad,
Yeah.
And I feel like that whole thing fell flat on its face. Like they could have made it something. I felt like there could have been a little more redemption, but instead they were just like, oh, look at him go.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could have been, I don't know. Well, why not raise that character just a little more, since he's really just a good guy. Like he's just a good guy. He just happens to
seems like good. It seems like an all right dude. Yeah.
He means well. Sure, he's at a sketchy auction, but he meant
That's sketchy auction. Look, that's just the circles he runs in,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got to move that money around somehow,
Right.
You got to buy a painting, a watch, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the watch, because we get a reveal on what the watch is, and this has some repercussions. So this is the first go around for the watch. It's not reaching back to any previous shows or movies. So the fact that it's her watch and it looks like the SHIELD logo, and it says Agent 19.
So she's a SHIELD agent.
So she is a former SHIELD agent, and Agent 19 is the name for
the new variant.
No. Nope.
Sorry.
Hold on. Agent 19. It's Bobby something. 19.
Two guys, good stuff.
I could look it up over here.
Nope. I'm almost there. Almost there. Morse is her last name. So Bobby Morse, which is Mockingbird, which, if you watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they already had a person be Mockingbird. So it's just another FU to the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show, basically saying everything that happened in that show is not part of the MCU, even though that whole everything's connected used to be, their line de jour.
Mm-hmm.
They're just cutting it out.
I see.
Yeah. So in the comics, Bobby Morse / Mockingbird was married to Hawkeye, or is married to Hawkeye. So it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense that character was already played by Adrian from Friday Night Lights fame / the first John Wick. Yeah. She played that character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So
very thought-provoking.
Yeah. Yeah. Just another one of those.
But don't they have some characters that are also like one character is played by a different character? I'm sure there's somebody whose name is not the same person. The name is the one in the comic or whatever, the original. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Where they've kind of messed with people's like
switch them together. Yeah.
Right. Like people,
it happened.
Or
two people or one person or whatever.
Interesting bit of casting news. I saw yesterday that the girl who played Ant-Man's daughter, Cassie Lang, in Endgame, the older version, the 5 years later version, recast to somebody else for the third Ant-Man movie.
But she was the first time they recast her or whatever. When she grew up, she looked so much older, like more than 5 years older. I think that was an issue. Like even my wife noticed. She was like, "Well, why does she look so much older?"
Yeah,
because she was like little bitty. And
then she was probably what, like 20. In that second movie, she was probably what, like, she was 9. I think 9.
Right. And then she's like 20. Yeah. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah. She didn't look 14. That's for sure. So so now it's going to be the girl who, did you ever see the Blumhouse Freaky movie? It was like Freaky Friday, but
I don't watch these. Yeah.
Right. But this movie it's more silly. that's scary. It's
Okay.
Vince Vaughn plays a serial killer, and he gets Freaky Friday'd with this high school teenage girl.
No, but I'm glad Vince Vaughn is getting work.
So
Like his career drove off a cliff.
the girl in that movie is the one who's playing Cassie Lang.
Okay, good.
So a little Don Cheadle swap, no big deal.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
Just-
no biggie. Yeah.
just pulling that same move. Hey, I'm here. It's me. Let's go. Let's move forward.
Right. Yeah. See, they can do that.
Yeah.
Fair. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They don't have to kill everybody off. They can just swap people out.
That's true.
If we buy it.
So, Kingpin. Let's talk about Kingpin for a minute. Since, we talked about the Marvel shows on other platforms, and then now we get Kingpin officially happens in this show, but he's not really the same guy from
Yeah. When did he become super strong?
He ripped the door off that car.
Yeah.
Now, I
mean,
read something where
I think
D'Onofrio
it's
was like,
possible.
something happened during the blip, maybe. He did something during the blip, and that's how this has happened. And I certainly don't think Echo actually killed him, because she's holding him at gunpoint. The camera pans up. We see the shot. Like, the gun goes off. We hear the bang.
Gun
we see
goes
the
off.
flash.
Sure. Yeah.
But,
Who got
I
shot? Where?
I
when?
don't.
We don't know.
So does that mean Kingpin's going to be the villain of the Echo TV show? Is he going to show up in Spider-Man? Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
The idea that there's an
Loud.
Echo show is still weird to me. No,
Yeah.
we're talking about Echo.
Right.
She's the least. Like, I have the least. I mean, you feel a little bad for her,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She's still a criminal.
Yeah. I think we'll end up in
what-
some sort of like vigilante, kind of place.
Yeah. I mean, where she's gone, she has evolved as a character a bit, so that's nice. But I still don't care enough. I don't know.
Right.
I might actually just skip the show unless Kingpin shows up.
Right. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, you got a lot of time. That show's not for years.
Right. Okay.
So there's a lot on the slate before that.
What is on the slate? Because from my point of view, Marvel's going into a weird place right now. Like, it's really like, you gotta see Spider-Man. I know I don't want to get too much away, but I don't know what's happening. I don't know. That's a weird place to be right now.
I'm jazzed to see Spider-Man. I assume there will be some Doctor Strange implications. What's interesting is like they're introducing so many young people. It's almost like little kids. Kate Bishop's young. This new Miss Marvel's going to be young. Are they like angling towards some sort of like young Avengers kind of thing down the road? I don't know. I feel like there isn't like a grand arc for Phase 4 maybe just yet. I don't know. Maybe all roads lead to Kang. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm intrigued. I'm along for the ride. There's also, this alien that grew out of the planet for like half a second, was about to destroy the planet, and then didn't. In Eternals.
Oh, didn't see it. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm waiting. Yeah. Nobody
I
watched
ruined
that. You
ruined it.
just showed the box office. Yeah. You spoiled it. Yeah. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of center of the planet, Wheel of Time. Gotta
Wheel
see.
of Time.
It's a must see. It's a must see at this point. The story is amazing, and there's a little bit of execution issues because Amazon, but it's something else. It's got a lot of center of the earth references and some wild, just amazing storytelling. And yeah, I'm all pumped for
All in.
season
How
2.
many-
Although I feel like it could.
Oh, so you finished the first season then.
Yeah, it just, the final episode just came out. So yeah, we just finished it. Yeah.
Sweet.
Also Dexter.
Oh yeah. See, but that's a murdery show. And how are you how are you watching the murdery show?
I think I'm just so invested in the characters from all the
Right.
seasons 4 that it's like, I just kind of, I literally look away when it's like two groups.
Yeah.
I'm like a child.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
What was I watching? We were watching Witcher. I think we rewatched the first season, and there was a moment. Yes, it was the first season, and it was when the princess of that. I don't know.
Cyril.
No, not Siri. No, this was like she had kind of like turned into a demon of some sort, and there was some because there might have been some incest with the
Yeah, I didn't rewatch the first season. I probably should have.
Yeah,
I kind of remember.
it's I mean, it's a minor subplot, and it like it's one of the like Monster of the Week type episodes in the sense that they deal with the one thing, and then that like it comes up in tiny little pieces here and there. But yeah, so there was a scene where I knew there was about to be like a jump scare because I remembered enough, and I just kind of was like, if the screen's here, I was like, let me just look over here for a little while. And I was deliberately like just looking at, like not at the screen, just off the side a little bit, because I knew there was about to be a jump scare, and I didn't want any part of it. Welcome back to Two Guys Scared When Watching TV.
Right. Too old buddy that we
Two old guys.
Get off my lawn. Off of it. So speaking of which, maybe we should talk about this because I'm really going to ramp up. So I'm going to do some tutorials, and I may put them on a separate website. But if you're interested in learning how to do your own podcast, because if we can do a podcast so easily, then you can too. And I'm just going to put a link maybe in the description to something once it becomes available. And it's not going to cost anything. You can just literally click it and watch the videos, and we'll have I'll make a little tutorial thing and show you how easy it is to do this, because if we can do it, then you can do it too. And hey, it's fun. So it's been a lifesaver for us. So get yourself a podcast. Everybody has a podcast.
Has been my most consistent artistic outlet. Thank you for that, Jacob. Thank you.
No, I mean, same here.
Right.
You're welcome. Thank you. Can't do it without you, man. That's it. I just wanted to plug that in here because there's a possibility of us growing a little bit. And then you may see me just plug that in the future. And so we kind of just have one commercial, and it's just me teaching you stuff on how to make your own podcast. So does that work?
Of course it does.
Yeah. What else?
So yeah, Hawkeye, at the end of the day, if we're ranking the 4 Disney Plus shows we've seen so far, WandaVision, Loki, Captain America 4, whatever, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Hawkeye. If I had to put them in an order, I think I'm doing it in that order. I think WandaVision, Loki, Falcon, Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye's the last one.
I would probably put it second. I would put WandaVision first. I love WandaVision. So
WandaVision was
the philosophy, the character,
right?
Then
bringing back
Hawkeye.
Jimmy Woo.
Yeah.
Right?
Like so many, just classic things. Hawkeye too, actually. I just got rid of my expectations after watching 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is just a silly thing. And Kate Bishop is there to save the day, but at the end of the day, Hawkeye did. And I was really glad they didn't undercut his character, because that's what they've kind of been doing with all of their certain demographic of characters, just undercutting them at the end of the show. And I didn't feel like they did that too bad to him, and he really stood his own, and it got to explain to Yelena what happened with
that was a great moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it all sort of resolved itself. I mean, yes, in a predictable way, but it worked for me. Even the LARPers, I kind of grew fond of.
Yeah,
I hated it at first. I was like, "What is this? This is so stupid."
They ended up being
I was like, it made a lot of sense. Yes.
Yeah, everything Yelena was.
Let me cut you off again.
Somebody give her own movie.
Yeah, she was the standout of Black Widow for me.
100%.
I don't even know if I mentioned
100%.
But she really stood out. She popped off the screen.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they got to, get her into something else, and she did a great job. So yeah, I don't know where she goes from here, but yeah, I thought it was rad. I thought, see, now you're talking me into moving it up the list here.
Yeah, you got to, because there's just Captain America Winter Soldier had too much what do they call it?
Maybe you know what?
Politics,
I'll
maybe?
put them.
And,
It's 3A and 3B, and yeah,
and
I feel like WandaVision and Loki were 1 and 2, and then I'll put the next 2 there. That's what I'll do.
And Loki had so many opportunities that were just totally wasted. I feel like.
Yeah, but
He
Loki,
dropped the ball
I feel like Loki,
because he's so powerful. He's so powerful. There's so many spots where he should have just been able to use his powers, and then like
it was
magic out.
it just went so many places. Every week was a new adventure.
Right, you had no idea, but I mean, and I get what it was trying to do, but I just never got adjusted to what it was.
Yeah. What If is last.
What If is at the bottom. Yeah. Did you watch it all?
We finally finished it. And the last 2 episodes are fun.
Oh, speaking of What If, there may actually be a tie-in to some of the What Ifs in, I can't say.
I saw like a tiny thing on the internet, so I still don't. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay,
but I have an idea of what
might
be happening. So I'm curious.
Okay.
Curious.
So in a few days. Okay. So we mostly liked Hawkeye. We kind of agree for one.
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah. Like at the end of the day, like even though
the purple
it's
suit,
even though
the
it's
purple suit,
third,
because I accepted the LARPers, I was like,
Right.
okay, the purple suit makes sense. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like fine.
Well,
I get that this is a cheesy Christmas thing. The musical theater number at the beginning set it up. And it was just, I was laughing the whole time at the end because it was like high school all over again.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we went to a
Performing arts high school. Yeah.
So couldn't stop laughing. Yeah.
What a treat.
So great.
What a treat.
Yeah. And terrible. I mean, it was great and terrible at the same time.
Yeah. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Look, I just got one more like tiny complaint. How
Sure.
are you going to introduce Kingpin and only give him 1 episode? How you going to do that? He should have been in episode 4. He should have been in episode 4. They should have given him more to do.
5.
Like you have D'Onofrio, you pay him D'Onofrio money, and you get him in there. Come on. I get setting him up for future stuff.
It could have been very simple. Like he could have just been on the phone for 1 episode or something. Like, build it up like a phone call or, just like a slow and steady. But instead it was like hinting at it. It was like, we know it's there. We know it's coming. And then, you said that the Vincent D'Onofrio, the Kingpin, was not the Kingpin we saw in Daredevil. And can you go into more detail on that?
Well, I think from a character standpoint, I think D'Onofrio is playing the same character. In his mind, I think, he's playing it the same way. The only difference is he's wearing that like white suit with the top hat, which I don't feel like fits with who we saw in the Daredevil shows. And then obviously like his somebody
Dialogue.
Somebody hit edit character and upped that power, his power bar to 99.
Right. Maybe he got a hold of some of that super serum or something, run me over with a car. I'll get up. It's fine.
Right.
I'll run away.
Look, he went to Madripoor and he met up with Sharon Carter / what was her underground name? The Shadow
Lord, evil,
right?
Whatever. I can't remember.
The wheeler and dealer.
Yeah. Let's look it up. Let's just look it up. Let's just time.
Yep.
Sharon Carter. What was that show?
Falcon and Winter.
Okay, there we go. Emily Van Camp. Wait, that's her name.
Right, no, that's the actor's.
Oh my God. Come on. Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Can you
the
find
power broker? The power
broker. Okay. The power
broker. The broker of power. So that's what happened. In my mind, Kingpin went down to the power broker, was like, shoot me up. Let's go.
Right. Makes total sense. Yeah.
Makes total sense.
Could happen. Could have happened.
Yep.
Why not?
Yeah.
Anything is possible. It is Marvel.
That's right.
And there's been some time has passed since Daredevil, and he's taken over the whole city. So
there's been a whole blip.
Makes total sense.
Yep.
And there was a blip. Yeah.
Yep.
So on that note, Hawkeye gets
2 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up from these guys.
Yeah.
Jacob and Ben. It gets the Is This Entertainment Podcast stamp of sure.
Sure, why not? You should probably watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should show up.
Yeah.
All right, man, this has been fun. Smash that smash button. Come back, listen to us. We're going to talk Matrix soon. We're going to talk Spider-Man soon. We're going to
Very soon.
We're going to talk Witcher Season 2 probably. And we're going to talk about our Spotify end of the year summaries.
Sure. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, thank you for listening. All the things. Bye.
Bye.